There we go. Hopefully you should be able to hear me now. Apologies, I was talking away there and you couldn't hear anything at all, and I was showing you some lovely commentary. Thank you for letting me know that everything was silent. Welcome, everyone. We are here for the Imola GP. We have Ghost Rider is going to be the first one to be able to set a lap time here. Let's see what he can do as he approaches the line. And it's going to be a 17.3 then to kick things off. Next one up is Quenzup. Is it going to be a quicker lap time? It's not. It's a 17.6. Tech then 17.5. Med, who we expect is going to be fast here. Yep, it's a 16.8 then from the Alpine driver. Samidan coming across the line to start his lap. Nazar with the 16.8. Ooh, it's just a few milliseconds behind the Alpine driver. Nadim then goes on pole with the 17.5. Trexie boxes. We did note earlier that Mag, if you're getting a PM7 error, turn off your antivirus protection, whatever protection you are using, and then try to join them. That did seem to work. So Nadim is on pole, and we did note that Trexie was out on mediums to attempt to settle up, which is an interesting strategy because there is no Q2 tire rule in F122, so you don't need to start on the same tire you qualified on. So it makes sense to just use softs for qualifying. Maybe just saving a set for the race potentially. Interesting, but anyway. Trexie then is back out. Oh, look at that beautiful helmet. Trexie back out on track with the soft tire. So we'll stay on board with Trexie for now. Trexie can take us around for a lap around the absolutely beautiful scenery here at the San Marino Grand Prix. It truly is a beautiful part of the country. So Trexie taking us around here on a lap. Comes through Aqua Minerale. Come up to the second sector timing line. As we see several other drivers then. Excellent, glad to hear Mag. Remember, don't leave the pits. So Trexie then up into P4 with that 16.8 lap time. Good lap from the Aston driver. So let's see how much can Quinn's up improve here. Improves by 0.3. That puts him up into P5. Med didn't improve on that lap. So he's not going to move for now. Tech does improve up to a 17.2 for the Haasman. Let's see what Dan can do. It's a 17.3 for the McLaren. Just ahead of Ghost Rider. As Griggs then starts his lap. Let's go on board then with Griggs as we go for a lap around Imola. So into the chicane of turn 1 and 2. Famous Tamburello corner. And then it's a left, right before we hang a left in the chicane, or the hairpin rather, to finish out sector 1. We head up over the hill, flick the car left, brake at about 50 metres, and then down into the famous Acqua Minerale, quick flick right, and then braking while turning, very tough corner to get. And then this chicane, massive sausage curb, so you need to make sure you nail the line through here to get through third gear, to make sure that the rear wheels don't spin up too much. As we then come down in the final 2 corners. You hear Griggs locking up a little bit on the brakes. And then we power back to the line. And it's going to be a 19.1 for Griggs. So our pole man, Nadeem, back out on track. 6 minutes left to go in this qualifying session. So here we go. Nadeem squaring up for a second run here. Nice and smooth through the chicane. Oh, very wide there. He's got away with the track limits on this occasion. He's a lucky boy. That is a purple sector too, and it is a... Oh! But he's just completely demolished the chicane there. I assume he braked a little bit too late, and knew that that was not going to be an improvement. So let's see if Med then can do any better to try and challenge for pole here. He'll need to see approximately a 0.3 improvement. And it is a fastest sector 1, a 0.1 improvement. And it's a purple sector 2 as well. He's now up 0.2. This could be a good run. And around the final corner. No! Oh, as we were about to say, it's looking smooth. Unfortunately, he's around. Will he have time for another run? It's unlikely. Oh, that was set to be a pole lap as Trexie then goes P2. Oh, that's really unfortunate for Med. He was on track for an absolutely mega lap there. Purple. Looked smooth through the final sector. But just on that final corner, we know that Med is practicing with no assists at the moment. So just on this particular occasion, a little bit too greedy on the throttle. But just goes to show Med has some good pace then for the race. So we're going to see something spicy today. Ghost Rider's improving here. On the approach to the line. It's going to be a 16.8, so it is good for P5 at the moment. The qualifying times at the top are so insanely close. We have 5 drivers all within 2 to 3 tenths of each other. This is absolutely crazy. Trexie going very slow around the final corner. I wonder, is he planning to give his teammate here a tow? It looks like it. So he's giving Nadim a tow down the main straight in order to see if the Aston man can improve on that 16.592. Trexie is tier 3. And so is acting as reserve for Aston Martin today. Med then finishes in P4. And so will not be able to improve. Ghost Rider finishes at P5. Nadim is improving by a very small margin, but it's an improvement. Small margins take it at the moment. Semi-Daniel boxes, and so that will be it for the McLaren driver for today. Around the final corner, Nadim comes, approaches the line. Oh, and it's a 16.5. It is a slight improvement. Oh, but Nazar pops in a 16.3. to take pole away from the Aston man. Absolutely incredible result there from Nasser, just in the dying seconds of this qualifying session. And I think that is going to be our grid then, because no one else seems to be on a hot lap at the moment. Incredible scenes here then at Imola. Nadeem was looking pretty solid there for pole, but he misses out by 0.165 of a second. As we say though, 5 drivers all within half a second of each other. We are in for a very spicy race here today. So let's see how we get on, but at the moment it's Nasser and Nadeem on the front row, followed by Trexie and Med on the second row. Our third row is Ghost Rider and Quen's up. Fourth row, Tech and Semidan. The Griggs then in P9. So if you can finish today, you can score points. Half the battle is showing up. Unfortunately, when we have these earlier races, we can tend to get low attendance numbers, but for those that do attend, it can be quite a result, because you score 0 points for not turning up. So we're just getting ready to go here, as we see here for race day. It is dry. So we have 32 laps of mega excitement all ahead of us here. This is going to be a spicy old race. And we are about ready to go. So, drivers are now on the grid. Hey, I'm alright. And welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. So, Nasser leads the grid around on the formation lap. He's got 2 very hungry Aston Martins behind him. And the Griggs then deciding to stay on the grid and not do the formation lap. Let's take a look then at the tyre situation. So, interestingly, we have 3 drivers that have opted to start on the hard tyres. Nasser, Nadeem and Med are all going to go for the hard tyre start. Difficult to get away from the line, but a good advantage if you can get underway well. Yep, Lobster making the comment, I wish this track didn't have so many chicanes. Yep, I agree. I think the first chicane I think is okay. Yeah, for sure. The one after Tamburello, I think it kind of ruins the flow there. and the one in the third sector, that is just garbage. For modern Formula 1 cars, there's no need for that chicane to be there. We could have a straight run from Aqua Minerale all the way down to the penultimate corner there, maybe even a second DRS zone, you know, which could make the racing here even better. Those low speed chicanes, I think, just ruin modern Formula 1. But it's there, and the drivers are going to have to deal with it today. So Nasser is going to lead us away. 5 red lights, and away we go. It's difficult to see from this camera angle who got a good start. Come on, camera, change it. But it looks... Oh, there's big contact at the back. Mag has retired after making contact with the Ferrari. Oh, that hurts. Nasser's made a good getaway. Trexie has jumped Nadim at the start. But Nadim and Med have also got away nice and clean. Oh, that's really unfortunate for Mag. Not quite sure what happened there, as I was busy looking towards the front of the grid. No, I'm afraid, Mag, we don't red flag unless it's 50% crash. So I'm afraid that's going to be a DNF for today. An unfortunate result then. But Nasser doing a good job getting away at the start. Trexie in close behind. And for the most part, the pack keeping very close together. Yeah, I completely understand. Please do put in a report, and we will take a look at it in the stewards' office as Nasser goes massively wide, and Trexie then is through to lead the race. Oh, as Nasser makes contact with Trexie. It's coming through the chicane, and we see another car massively wide in the background there. Not quite sure at the moment. I think it was Med. Med going wide. So Med then loses position to Ghost Rider. As Nasser loses position to Nadim. This is going to be interesting to see what happens between Nadim and Trexie. Are they going to race? Tech then makes his way past Med, so Med really struggling on those hard tires. Can he get a switch back though? No, not quite. So, oh, and Ghost Rider goes wide though, so Tech, it's going to be 3 wide into the hairpin, and it is contact with Med. That's going to need to be an investigation post-race. Oh, Ghost Rider then ends up spun around, but he gets it back underway again, so thankfully he can continue. Back at the front here, though, Nadim has just set a purple sector 2 and is right on the gearbox of Trexie. Almost pushing Trexie along. Nadim just seems to have so much more confidence. He handles the car so beautifully well. DRS is open. Nasser does set the fastest lap of the race. as Nadim then does take the lead. Nazar looking for a way through as well, and is through. But struggles in the second phase of the corner. Trexie could be back through again. Oh, this is going to be tricky to go side by side, but they don't. Trexie does back out. Probably the clever way to deal with that there. Yeah, I think potentially Med may have to take the hit on that earlier incident with Ghost Rider. I think that was yeah, a bit of a desperate move. Med now right on the gearbox of Semidan. And Med just absolutely nailing the traction there. So good job to get back through. And let's see if Trexie can make his way past the Alfa Romeo of Nazar. He does. The ARS very powerful there. So Trexie is now into P2 and can help Nadim by just holding up Nazar. It's a purple sector won by Trexie. So we could see an inter-team battle here between the Mercedes drivers. Ghost Rider has now caught up to the back of the Griggs. The Griggs standing in for Coach today, because Coach is coaching. Coach the coach. And the Mercedes drivers then, they do swap. Trexie's under pressure from Nazar. This battling is helping Nadim just drive away though, so Nazar does make it through on the DRS. I assume these guys are probably running quite similar wings at the moment, because it seems to be very evenly matched here. So interestingly, Trexie has now dropped out of the DRS range of Nazar. I wonder, are those mediums just starting to drop off a little bit? It's only lap 6 of 32. These mediums really need to get you to lap 14 or later. So it's still a long way to go, but the tires do lose their peak around about now. Yeah, potentially Quinzup is suffering from some problems here. He seems to just be struggling. I wonder, is there maybe some setup issues that have just resulted in a really unstable car? Oh! Someone in the background! Med! has crashed out of this race from P4. We saw him just spear off into the wall. Absolutely no idea what happened. A Trixie as well! Out of the final corner! He drops it on acceleration, and Daniel is gonna get him then for P3. And Ghost as well, gonna make his way up into P4. Trixie was doing so well holding on to that podium. But the slightest of mistakes, and he's now on the back foot. But at least he's got no damage, he can continue. But Med, unfortunately, is out of this session. Hopefully, we can chat to him at some point and find out what happened. Oh, unfortunately, Quinn's up. Yeah, just coming out of the final corner there as well. Just got really unstable on the car. I think that was potentially set up issues that didn't look like driver error. You know, we know Quinn's up is a good, reliable driver, as Ghost Rider then makes it past down the straight. I think the Mercedes must be using very low wings, because that seemed very, very easy. But yeah, we know Quinn's up is a reliable driver. I think that's probably setup issues there. He's maybe just melting the rear tires as a result of incorrect setup. So that, unfortunately, is the Ferrari man out of this race. We are down to 7. Nadim leads from Nasser. Ghost Rider, despite being spun around by Med, up into P3. So he's doing well. If he can keep a good solid flow here, Ghost Rider's in for a good result. As Ghost Rider then sets fastest lap of the race, so he is fastest man on track at the moment, now that he's in clear air. Oh, Trixie trying a move on the McLaren. It's not going to come off this time. Dan able to fend off for now. So at the moment, things are just settling down a little bit. Now we've got Trixie putting a bit of pressure on the McLaren driver. At the front, the gap is staying around about the same. Trixie's probably going to get past Semi-Dan here, yep. Rather easy DRS pass. So the question is, can Dan hang in that DRS? Tech and Griggs now are right together on track. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting fight here. Oh, there's contact down into Aqua Minerale. That's going to have to be looked at post-race as well to see what happened there. That potentially was Tech making contact with the rear of Griggs, which caused him to spin out. So we're going to have to look at that post-race. But for now, Griggs is back underway. Can still score some good solid points here today. He just keeps the head down. Tech does box then on lap 12. I assume that's an early pit stop onto the hards. Yep, it is. And that's going to be a front wing change for the Haas man. And he's back underway. Nazar setting a purple sector 2 as now he's starting to feel the warm exhaust gases from that Aston Martin ahead. And he is in DRS now. Was he in the DRS detection though? Let's keep an eye on that rear wing. Does it flick open? It doesn't this lap. But he's set the fastest lap of the race. He's going to be back in there. Oh, Quinn. Thank you very much for giving us the update there. Yeah, we knew it wasn't driver error. It wasn't a setup error as well. It was, unfortunately, red rear wing that just made the car undrivable. He did a good job there, Quinn's up to do so many laps, before ending up in the wall. So thank you very much for giving us the update. Unfortunate that we did lose you from the race. We don't like it to see when drivers DNF. We want to see everyone having a good time. So Trixie has boxed then onto brand new hards. That looks like a scheduled pit stop. So let's see then where he's going to end up once the other drivers then make their scheduled pit stops. Nazar now is in DRS range of Nadim. And the Alpha man gets closer, closer. Has a look. But there's no way from back there. He was going to beat Nadim on the brakes. And Ghost Rider then, the next driver to make a pit stop onto the hard tires. He is out in front of Trixie. So Ghost Rider P5. Nazar trying to make a move down in the chicane and does. Very interesting place to make a move. Dean potentially making a mistake out of Aqua Minerale. But that does now mean Nadim has the use of DRS and is close to the Alpha driver. So can Nadim make a move on the Alpha? It's close. It's side by side into turn 1, but Nadim has to back out. Dan then, next driver into the pits from P3. Let's see whereabouts he can make it out. Could be close with Ghost Rider and Trexie. Trexie, fastest lap of the race on his brand new hards, 19.5. Dan then makes his way out in P6. Griggs, then the last driver, still running the medium tyres. These guys in the lead are yet to box for their next set of tyres, which I would assume will be the mediums. But they can still go a little bit longer. They're going to battle for a little while first. And the team's very close then through the final corner. Once that DRS opens, this is likely to be an easy DRS pass. The team pulls alongside. They're going to be side by side into turn 1. Oh, they are! And they almost make contact. But Nadim makes it through on this particular occasion. Ghost Rider overtaking Griggs then. I wonder, our Mercedes going to use Griggs potentially to hold up Trexie a little, to give Ghost Rider a little bit of breathing room. It looks like Griggs then is boxing, but he definitely held up Trexie for a bit. So, good teamwork then from the Mercedes boys. And Tech then sets fastest lap of the race with a 19.3. As Griggs bolts on a brand new set of hard tyres and makes his way back out of the pit lane. Oh, we see a yellow flag for Trexie. Trexie looks like he's spun out of the hairpin. I think that was all on his own. He was too far behind Ghost Rider for it to be an incident with the Mercedes man. So Semi Daniel then is through for P4. As we see Nazar making his way back through into the lead as well. So the lead changing hands once again. These guys are going to be in a ding-dong battle all race, I assume. Ooh, Nazar looking like he's weaving a little bit on the straight. He's maybe okay. Maybe just a little bit of... oh, he gets defensive DRS from the lapped car ahead. So, Nadim can't make it past on this occasion, but Nazar gets himself a track limits penalty. So that could end up deciding the victory here, unless Nadim gets himself a penalty as well. As Nazar dives into the pits very late. So Nazar potentially going to try and undercut Nadim. Although he was ahead, he wants to get on those mediums nice and early, potentially to break the DRS so he can try to drive out of that 3-second penalty. Let's have a look then at Dan and Trexie. Trexie right on McLaren's gearbox and is through. Looks like Dan just unable to defend. He had no ERS at that particular point. So for now has to settle for P5. Nadim is now in the pits. Interestingly, Ghost Rider is now... Oh, but gets a 3-second time penalty! But Ghost Rider was in DRS range of the Alpha. He might drop back now because those medium tires will have now been fired up. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Ghost Rider right in this fight now with an 18.7. Fastest lap of the race. And Nadim 3.3 seconds ahead. So Nadim now has a good bit of breathing space, but needs to fire up his medium tires. And Dan is hanging in there in the DRS. Nazar taking the new fastest lap. It's now down to an 18.6. But now Nadim's tires should also be fired up. And he can start to push. We've got 10 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Looking like the gap between the team and Nasser just hanging around that 2-second mark. Semi-Dan is doing a good job just hanging onto the back of Trexie. Not quite able to make his way through 4P4 yet. He's still just hanging in there. Nasser brings the gap down to below 2 seconds for the first time since the pit stops. Let's take a look at things from Dan's point of view. The reason why he's struggling to attack, he's got very low ERS. He's maybe just using it all up to be able to stay in range of Trexie ahead. We're going to pull closer and closer and closer. Oh, we're just going to run out of wind just towards the end. Oh, but he's down the inside! An audacious move there from Sammy Daniel. Lucky there was no contact. But both drivers get away with that one. Sammy Daniel's tyres are 2 laps younger than Trexie. Nasser now has the gap to the lead down to 1.7 seconds, so that gap is coming down. The win still going to be unlikely unless Nadeem also gets himself a track limit penalty. Dan was lucky to still be in DRS range this lap. He's lost a bit of time after that attack on the previous lap. But he's still in that DRS range and we still have 7 laps to go. Can Trexie hold on? He's done a really good job so far this race to hold on to that P4. Ghost Rider, similar to his race in Britain, just having a quiet afternoon. But he's holding down a podium here. And then Ghost Rider will be happy with that result. He's just got to keep the head down for now. Nasser now with the gap down to 1.3. And Sammy Dan now right back on the gearbox of Trexie. He just doesn't have enough ERS. Let's go on board with Trexie to see how much he's got. He's got 100% ERS. So Trexie has not been burning any ERS at all. Maybe he just knows he can deploy it all on the main straight and hold position. Nazar now 1.2 away from the team. He's getting close. And you can see that Aston Martin ahead. Oh, he's pulling very close down the main straight and breaks that 1 second now then. So Nazar has got the pace to get right up behind the Aston Martin. But Nadeem has the ERS advantage for now. As Dan gets himself a 3-second time penalty. So he may very well have to settle into P5. That releases a bit of the pressure from Trexie. And Nazar now is in DRS range of our race leader Nadeem. He's been slowly losing the gap to the Alpha Man over the past few laps. 4 to go. Can he hold on? It's unlikely Nazar will be able to pass and pull out a 3-second gap. But we all like to win it on track, don't we? So even if it does end up a P2 for Nazar, we still like getting past and leading on the road. It's a good feeling. And Nazar then getting a second of his track limit time penalties. So we can be almost sure now that if Nadeem can keep it facing the right way, he will win this race. Even if he does lose it on track, which Nazar is going to try and do, and makes it past. All Nadeem has to do now is stay within 6 seconds. 2 laps to go. Nadeem's still in that DRS range for now. He's not going to attempt to move on this lap. This is where it gets interesting. Do you attempt the move here, or do you just settle for second on the road, but to win by time penalties? We know Nadeem is an out-and-out racer, so he's going to want it on track if he can get it. As Dan gets back into the DRS range of Traxy. Same kind of situation there, that unless Traxy makes a mistake, Dan's going to have to settle for P5. So if Traxy can keep it clean, he's pretty sure of that P4, which is a good result for him. These guys have been so insanely close all race, and we are now on the final lap. DRS for Nadeem wide open. He's gonna go for it on track. Is down the inside of the Alpha Man, but Nazar breaks later around the outside and holds on to it. So Nazar, for the moment, is gonna hold on to the lead. As Dan then's going to get one last bite of the cherry of that DRS. It's probably not going to be enough. He's too far back. So, has to just hold on to P5 for now. I hope Traxy makes a mistake somewhere. Nazar coming through the chicane. Nadeem getting a little bit out of shape, actually, through there. And as we then round the final corners, we're going to see Nazar come across the line first, but Nadeem takes it on penalties. So Nadeem is your winner for today. Ghost Rider then gets a solid podium. Good drive from the McLaren man. Mercedes man. Very good stuff. Solid points for Mercedes. That's the kind of race that Ghost Rider needs. Just a nice, quiet race. Traxy then is going to solidify that P4 as he comes across the line. Almost sideways. McLaren then securing a P5 with Semidan in that 5th position. Tech coming across the line in 6th, and we then get Griggs in P7. Semidan getting driver of the day. He did drive well today. I think I would potentially agree with that, but maybe also Nadeem deserves driver of the day. He just didn't seem to put a foot wrong. Got no track limit penalties and just kept it clean the whole way through. So there is your race winner, Nadeem, followed by Nazar, then Ghost Rider. So let's just go then to the intermission. And we'll just see if we can drag Nadeem in here then. So Nadeem, hello. Congratulations. Hello. Absolutely incredible win there. You did not put a single foot wrong. How do you feel?
I feel very well. Excellent. Felt like I was in control most of the race. Just at the end there, just relaxed a bit, not make any mistakes, and I know on penalties that I would win anyway, so I just said be careful and don't make any stupid mistakes. But overall, I wasn't expecting a win today. I felt like a bit lack of pace, you know, but I guess everything played out to be perfect, I guess.
Yes, Indeed, it all seemed to fall quite well today. But as well as that, I think you'd be my pick for driver of the day because you didn't put a foot wrong. So absolutely incredible drive there. I think Nasser had a little bit extra pace today, but because you just didn't make any of those mistakes, you took it at the end there. So very
Yeah.
well done indeed. So Ghost Rider then, a good solid podium there today. Very good drive. Um, what's your thoughts there today?
Yeah, thanks. I think I had the pace today in quali. Couldn't put a good lap together. In the race, I had a little spin out at the beginning with I don't remember who exactly. I think I could challenge the first guys, but yeah, pretty good race overall.
Yeah, definitely. If you hadn't lost that time, you would have actually been ahead of the race leaders when it came to the pit stop. So, yep, unfortunate for that. But no, a still good, solid result for Mercedes today. Yep, good points put away for the team. No, good stuff. And let's see then if we can pull anyone else in. Let's go and see if we can get Nazar then, our P2 man. Nazar, welcome. Congratulations on P2 there today. Unfortunately, the win wasn't quite there today due to the track limit penalties, but let us know how you're feeling.
Um, I mean, Imola is not a strong track for me, so I was struggling a bit with pace in general. But I think I was quicker than the team, at least in some parts of the track. But then I made like 2 to 3 mistakes each lap, so I was losing but gaining at the same time.
Interesting indeed. I think you can be happy with a
Agree.
P2 though today. If this isn't a strong track for you, that was definitely still a strong result. So congratulations to our podium finishers here today. So
Thank you.
that's going to be it then from us today. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Thank you to all our drivers today, and congratulations again to our podium sitters. And we will see you all again next